Okay, this is one take, all movie reviews. We do everything in one take.
I'm David.
And I'm Barbara.
And today we are reviewing the film that we watched today called The Lone Gun, a 1954 movie starring George Montgomery, Dorothy Malone, and Neville Brand. And it's about a loner who meets up with a card shark, and they go into the town together, and the loner, played by George Montgomery, becomes marshal in that town. And they kind of become, during the show, they become at odds with each other, but in the end they team up to take on a
band of bad guys.
A bunch of bad guys.
They're cattle rustlers.
So that's kind of the conflict in the story. And the cattle rustlers are scheming to take over this ranch and cattle who belong to, of course, to
Dorothy
someone
Malone.
else.
And her brother. Yeah.
That's right. And the Moran brothers are one of the Moran brothers is Neville Brand, who is a familiar face to Western fans of Westerns.
He's always a bad guy.
He's however, in his real life he was a combat veteran, World War II combat veteran, earned the Silver Star and also the Purple Heart. So he was very accomplished. And just something else I found out, George Montgomery, who had did a number of Westerns, grew up in Montana, and he grew up around horses, so he was very familiar and very comfortable with that role.
But he also was a producer, a director, a sculptor, a painter, a stuntman, and he designed furniture. You didn't know that, did you?
I had no idea. And Dorothy Malone, who was the what do you call it, the sister of
the heroine, or the love
interest of the marshal.
Yeah, of George Montgomery.
She actually won Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in a 1956 film called Written on the Wind. So
that might be one we have to review. We have to watch that. Yeah, we might have to watch that one.
So this movie had a lot of the attributes of their usual Western. They had shootouts, and they had the usual fist fights, chases,
romance.
Romance.
It was a pretty shallow romance, but
pretty shallow.
Yeah.
And also had, of course, a good poker game that ended in a shooting.
Oh, of course.
So with all that in mind, we come to the end. It's time for us to give it our
star.
What we call Stolt Stars.
Stolt Stars.
So
and it was in color, which really, that makes it more interesting. My grandsons won't watch anything that's in black and white. So it was good. It was okay. It was
good. It wasn't probably up to the level of some we've watched, but it wasn't boring either.
Yeah.
So
I give it a 3.
And I gave it a 3 too. So if you want to watch one, it's in color. It's fun to watch a color movie.
Yeah, and this one also did not have any inappropriate scenes with women or dance hall girls or anything like that. So it was something that, kids could watch if you don't mind, a Western shootout or, a couple of fist fights, which... but the man of integrity won, the man.
And no cussing or anything like that.
No, yeah, so it was pretty good.
So that's our review of The Lone Gun.
Of The Lone Gun with George Montgomery and Linda Malone.
Dorothy Malone.
Dorothy Malone, that's what I said.
And Neville
Dorothy Malone. Yes.
Thanks again.
Yes.
See you next time.
Yes.